Down in the valley where the girls get naked. Mm. It going down at the Pink. It just went down at the Pink P Valley. Woo, y'all. Listen, I just came off of watching it. I don't have any notes. I gotta find the name. I think it's Mississippi Rules. I should have been more prepared, but honey, I got up, threw on some makeup, and came on in here to record, y'all. What's the name of this episode? Mississippi Rule. Baby, them predictions. Those predictions that I did. Got most of them right, couple of them, yeah. But I will tell you, for a season finale, I enjoyed it. I am unsure about Autumn Haley. Don't know if she coming back. I don't think Haley coming back, if you really want to know the truth about it. But let's get into it. We're not going to get into the order. When we got into the episode, where did we end? Where did we get in? I think we started with Andre. So what I'll do is I'll group it. I'm not going to go into any order. I'm just going to group what's happened. But before I do that, let me get some housekeeping done. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that. The subscribe button is down here. And once you hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification button so you'll be made aware of when I roll out some of these new videos. I love engagement in the comments, so please engage me in the comments. You can just say hey, or you can tell me what's going on with the episode. Whatever it is, I will respond to you. I really, really do appreciate it. Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. Hell, tell them folks you can't hardly stand that I'm over here making these videos, child. Help me help you to see me. All right? Hit that like button so that my video can go up more in the algorithm. And baby, what else? Woo, child. So let's get in there with Andre, Haley, and the wife. I don't remember her name. She is just one of those characters that never did it for me. So I don't remember her name. However, she is fussing at Andre about back and forth. And Haley is just sitting back in the cut, just enjoying the hell out of it. You know, lipstick all smeared. She's enjoying the hell out of it. And I like the setup because Corbin comes in and he's like, man, you want to go take some, make a speech, get out here and talk to the people, do what you need to do, get out here and talk to the people. And everybody's thinking that Andre has won. And it ended up, we see the telephone call between Corbin's half-brother and with Patrice Woodbine, letting her know that she actually won the mayor's race. He doesn't care because he's still on the city council, so he has the ability to still make moves. Whether he's mayor or on the city council, it doesn't matter to him. He is going to make moves, and he is going to make money. Baby. Andre goes out there, honey, and I guess he thought he won until he realized that he didn't win. And he had to save face. He had to do whatever. And this is what I really figured out. Corbin was literally playing both sides to the middle. Because now that I understand where Corbin got all this money from, think about it. That lady, I call her Coke Can Lady because I don't remember what her name is, Georgie. I think her name was Georgie. Where Autumn thought that she had Georgie on the ropes, she didn't realize that Georgie was making all these little side deals, honey. And so let's just get into that because, like I said, Andre didn't win. He decided that he's going to stay in Chucalissa and be an attorney. I'm not sure whether or not his wife is going to stay with him or not. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to be coughing and my voice is going to go in and out. I have my tea. because if you watch my last video, you know what's going on. I'm not really sure if she's gonna stay or not. To me, if it was important to you, they argued back and forth, and she was being stoic through it all. She's listening to him, but basically, he just told her that he was perpetrating a fraud with her, and now he doesn't want to perpetrate a fraud with her, that he's in love with Haley. But we'll tell you about that, because Haley intersects a lot of things. So let's get onto my problem child, which is Keyshawn. Baby, Keyshawn went on this bye-bye tour, and it caught up with Derek. I know it caught up with Derek, because all of a sudden you start hearing, she's gone. She done got her car. Haley left her a car, left her a trunk full of money. She goes to Little Murder gives her a whole bunch of money. So now she's got all the money. All she needs is the kids. But I couldn't understand why she just didn't pick those. That should have been her first move, was to pick up the children. And she didn't pick up the kids. She went everywhere else before she went to pick up the kids. And I think I've said it in several things that Keyshawn does not know how to finish something. She just kind of moves and doesn't make any urgency. And you're leaving town with your kids, and you're going to leave forever. And you mean to tell me that you go everywhere but to pick your kids up? Even if you trusted your sister, you went everywhere else. When you went to Little Murder, that your kid should have been in the car, and y'all should have been following the damn tour bus out of town. But interestingly enough, when she goes to get her kids from her sister's house, her sister's mom is there and has called Derek to come get the kids. That woman is just so mean and evil, just to be mean and evil. And her sister has no backbone to say anything, because I'm still thinking that Keyshawn's father is still paying for some stuff. Or I couldn't understand, was Keyshawn's sister, was the sister still living in the home with the mom? I can't really tell, but the mom didn't want them babies there. I don't know. You haven't having them babies up at the Pank. To me, it would have made much more sense that before, when you was getting all this water from Diamond and all this other stuff, that you should have went to your sister's house, picked up them kids, and had them at the Pink. But everybody is playing chess, and Keyshawn is playing Connect 4. And so everybody has run circles around her. And Derek has run circles around her. Derek does not want that woman to leave. He wants her to be there, because he feels like she is the reason why he has lost something. So he is going to do everything that he needs to do to keep her there, even if he reports her to CPS. But she talked too much, and she didn't think that was going to get back to Derek, that she was leaving. Baby Keyshawn, the time that you fought him, you should have fought him like that or whatever. And so now you're in a situation where they're going to take your kids from you. A mess. We knew Keyshawn was going to be a mess. We knew Keyshawn was going to be a mess. We knew Keyshawn was going to be a mess. And she sure proved it. She's a mess. So now she's sitting up in jail over there calling for Diamond to come rescue her. Woo, child. So let's continue. We've talked about Andre, his wife, and Haley. We've talked about Keyshawn and her mess. Let's get to let's go ahead and get all these other little things. You see, Haley calls the Georgie, I think I talked about this, and she called Georgie firsthand the first thing in the morning, talking about where my money, bitch. I think, I wanted $10 million. Now I want $15 million. And Georgie said, I don't need the pink. And she says, well, we all know that that's the only waterfront property in Tuscaloosa, and that you can't. Mississippi says you can't have a casino unless it's on water. And she politely tells her that when I told you to take that $5 million in the salon, you should have took the $5 million in the salon, because you're getting the pink. I no longer need the pink. The pink is no longer anything that I need, according to Georgie, because you remember when Uncle Clifford went and told Corbin, make the water come to you. Corbin understood what he was talking about, and Corbin and his family are now building a canal on their property, so that the casino is now going to be on water, but it's going to be on a canal on the Corbin property. So therefore, they don't need the pink no more. And that had to do with Uncle Clifford, because that's why he came to the thing and got beat down like a slave, because Clifford had given him the idea, and he had all this money because he had made a deal with the casino people. So the Kyle brothers got a buku of $1 million, a buku of $1 million. And anyway, Haley done messed around and got herself stripped and messed up out the deal, y'all. Because Uncle Clifford was able to buy the club back from her. And she's like, no, you can't do that. He was like, no, you were trying to sell us down the river anyway. We tried to show you a family, but you rejected it. You wanted, but you rejected it. But baby, Haley had the last laugh, honey, because Haley took all that damn money out the pink account and dipped. Do y'all think Haley is going to come back? Do you think her character is going to come back? I mean, she doesn't have any ties there. There's no one there that would cause for her to come back. Haley is gone in the wind. She has on her little white suit with her little trash bag. And when I saw the little trash bag, I started thinking about what design house has, was it Balenciaga? Was it Balenciaga that does that has the trash bag purse? And I thought about her. I was like, does she have one of Balenciaga trash bag purses? But anyway, she's just walked off into the wind in her white thing and just disappeared. She done left all that mess and disappeared. Now let's talk about her mess that she left. Remember when I talked about Keyshawn called Diamond? Well, Diamond is getting ready to go and handle Derek. And who busts him in the head? Somebody stabs him, and then the other one pops him in the head, and they tie him up and throw him in the trunk. It's Big Bone. So now I got the whole full picture. Apparently, Montravius is the leader of the gang. And I guess Haley was taking his money and trying to rinse it and make it clean. And then she just decided that she was going to have that money for herself. So as far as Big Bone thinks, because he has Montravius's ring, she thinks that Diamond was the one that killed Montravius. So she's got it all wrong. And so now that I guess they're going to go torture poor Diamond. And he wasn't the one that killed him. The person that killed him is sitting up there doing the electric slide in the paint. But Haley is nowhere to be found. I don't even think they understand or know what Haley's involvement in what went on with Montravius. And why Montravius was there. Yeah. It's too much. And if I missed some things, I apologize. I'm telling you, I just came right from watching it the first time. Usually when I do these reviews, I have watched it twice. Let's talk about Mercedes real quick. Mercedes did her last dance with Lil Murder. She got on that pole and didn't have no problems. Also, Mercedes, you remember when I talked about before that Farrah took pictures of her and didn't pay her But Farrah did pay her, and also Farrah gave her one of those pictures that she took, like a big blown up thing of her pictures. And so she just informed Mercedes that any royalties that she gets a cut of that. So I'm happy for Mercedes. I'm also happy for Mercedes in that Shell decided to go to rehab because she knows she has a drinking problem. And she asked Patricia Woodbine to keep her daughter. Patricia said, I can't keep your daughter, run a church, and run the city. So basically, you keep your own damn daughter. So Terica is happy about that. So Terica and Mercedes are happy about that. She takes Terica home, and I'm sorry, but baby, Terica, look, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree, because Terica's like her mama, honey. She a big old flirt. She started flirting with old man. Excuse me, y'all. She started flirting with man because Mercedes introduced man to her. And then man was, talking all that mess because I'll get to Lil Murder in a minute. But basically he was talking some mess, and he ended up calling Lil Murder the F word. And she was like, who you talking about? Because she thought man was talking about Uncle Clifford, but he wasn't. And she didn't know at the time who he was talking about. So she kind of gave him a look, because I guess he's trying to basically tell her to take sides. And see, that's that... That's that hyper masculinity BS that goes on. Y'all are over there fighting over land you don't own, all because your feelings were hurt. And let's be very clear. I do understand that your gang member was killed, and I do understand you believe it's him. But if y'all weren't finna take him out at the Pank, y'all might as well let it go. If y'all weren't gonna take him out when he was on that stage, basically letting y'all know he had 7 pounds of pressure. And I know he got that from Mercedes. But if he wasn't going to tell, that 7 pounds of pressure, because I thought he was going to say something about them 30 bullets or something like that. But he basically let him know that he ain't the one to mess with. We talking about Lil Murder on his stage. So let's go ahead and get to him and Uncle Clifford real quick. And I think we could probably round all of this up. Before we do that, we find out that Miss Ernestine does not die. She lives. She comes back home, and she decides that she wants to have her a party. And so Clifford is a little upset about that. He's like, grandmother, you need to be resting. You need to be doing something. She says she got the antibodies and the vaccine and something else she said she had. She finna have her a party. And so she has hired Big L, Duffy, and little African guy, because apparently little African guy is sweet on Miss Ernestine. She done hired them so they could go outside of the Pink and put a dance floor out there, because she wants to have a party, because she done come out the hospital. As Lil Clifford is trying to manage all of that, he sees an image of his mom, and his mom tells her, I think he identifies as her, that he was wrong for what he did that morning. So let's trickle back what happened that morning. So that night, remember I told you, Mercedes did her last dance on Lil Murder's song. So basically those two people have come full circle. And you remember I did my Katori Speaks episode video. And if you haven't seen that video, you can go back and see that, where she talked about how those two people in that room, I call it the boom boom room, but it's the paradise room, where Mercedes killed a man and Lil Murder fell in love in that room. And so how those two people have reconciled all their fears, all those different things. And that's how he was able to get on that stage and basically stand up as who he is, and how she got up on that stage and she was able to do her last dance. So that morning, Clifford and Lil Murder again, after that night, the next morning comes, and Clifford and Lil Murder are talking, and basically Clifford tells Lil Murder, listen, you need to go on that tour. You need to stop worrying about me, because I'm going to be all right. But you need to be out there in the sunshine. You need to be out there doing what you need to do. You don't need to be here withering away. And that's what you would have done with me. I don't want no regrets with you. not doing and chasing your dreams. Lil Murder says he wants to, basically he was talking about he wants to come out. Uncle Clifford was like, no, you need to have your time in the sun. You scared of that. You need to do that. You need to go on and go do that. So that's what made Lil Murder go off and go on to the tour bus where he met Keyshawn, like I talked earlier. Well, something happened that evening to make Lil Murder want to come back. I think Miss Ernestine invited him to the party. And he comes to the party. And basically, he tells Uncle Clifford it's his choice. He's not going on tour. He doesn't want to go on tour right now. Right now, he wants to stay here and he wants to be with Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford's upset. You need to go. You scared to be in the sunshine. You need to be out on tour because you can make it. You scared to be successful. And he's like, I'm not scared to be successful because I know who I am and I know I'm good. And then he finally tells Uncle Clifford about Big Teak and how him and Big Teak fell in love in jail, and all of this stuff like that. And then he tells him about that night where Big Teak committed suicide. And, with all of that. They get to kissing and dancing. Now everybody knows that Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford are a couple. I think I hit everything. I didn't hit things in order. But I did want to go back because you remember when I talked about Uncle Clifford saw his mother? So we find out that his mother apparently took a chance on love and must have ended up catching HIV and dying from pneumonia as a complication of AIDS. That's what it sounded like to me, the way that they were talking. And she was just reminding him that I took a risk. You shouldn't play it safe. You need to take you a risk. So maybe we will get some more backstory on his mom and Miss Ernestine. But we see Miss Ernestine going to be there for the long haul, child. We see Miss Ernestine is going to be here. What did y'all think? So we left, the cliffhanger that we left off on was Keyshawn is in jail. And Diamond is in the back of his own trunk, because Big Bone and the other gang member is about to kill Diamond. I thought he was going to kill Diamond right there, but they're going to torture Diamond. So hopefully somebody in the pink saw him. Let's hope somebody saw it, because if not, Diamond is dead to the ground. And like I said, Haley is in the wind. She is a white, one of my subscribers described her like an angel. And her wearing that white, I was like, yeah, she just was in enough to cause what she needed to cause. And she was out the door. I don't see Haley coming back. I don't see I don't see Mercedes coming back. I think Mercedes is done with stripping at the pink. I don't see Mercedes coming back. I forgot to talk about Roulette and one of Uncle Clifford's besties asked Roulette about being a prostitute in the stable. So we see Roulette is still going to be there doing some stuff. But as far as I guess main storylines with the strippers at the pink, the only people that would have any kind of main storyline would be Whisper, Roulette, and Big Bone, if Big Bone is still going to be there. I think he's hired Big L back. But that seems like that's going to be the only stories, because like I said, Mercedes is gone. I think I know Haley is gone. She's out in the wind, and it don't look like she coming back, because she's already took Uncle Clifford's money, and there's really nothing in Chuckalisa to keep her there. So if this is the end of the pink, if this is end of P Valley, This would be a good place to leave it. I don't want them to. I do want a season 3 because I need for Keyshawn to get to a better place. But I don't know. And nobody talking about a third season. Because from what I've read, that the pandemic pushed P Valley back maybe like over a year. So I don't know. Whew. But this was a lot. What did y'all think about this episode? What did y'all think? What do you think about what's going to happen to Diamond, Big Bone, and this other guy? How do you think Uncle Clifford and Lil Murder are going to fare? How do you think Patricia Woodbine's going to do as the mayor? Do you think the Corbin and his brother are going to give the Pink a little bit more money? Because they're going to have some big business trying to get out there to that casino. Because they're going to have to pass the Pink. They can gamble. They got 2 vices right on the same highway. It was a good. I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the pacing of the episode. It was so much going on. There was so many stories going on that there was no point that I was lulled anything. And I was so excited. You see me throat hurt, nose is full stuffy, but it was enough for me to get up and try to give you a first impression right out the gate, y'all. Listen. I enjoyed the episode. I have enjoyed this season. I think that this was a very good season. I think maybe out of the season, there's probably 2 episodes that were a little slow, but they were informative. Other than that, this has been a very good series. I am glad you all you recommended this series for me. So if it comes back, which will probably be, next summer, we will be back here reviewing P Valley, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and leave me a comment about what you thought about this whole episode. Again, tell your family, tell your friends that I'm over here doing these videos, child. Help me, help you to see me. And as always, people, bye-bye.